What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Skywars. So today, I get to talk about, the absolute hell that was doing my hair yesterday. So for those of you that don't know, I had really long hair until yesterday. Like, it would go below my shoulders at all times. I don't know how I got that killed, but, and that was just kind of how it was. Everyone was used to it, all that good stuff. It was pretty... Like, no one else really did that hairstyle, which is probably why I did it. But, that's not what's important about today's story. But, yesterday I was like, okay, I gotta cut my hair because, the Keense, and then I also have to dye my hair because I'm sick of having... Okay, I gotta give a little context for this. I'm gonna say having purple hair. My hair... So, I used to dye it with this weird red that would fade into purple in my hair specifically. And eventually my hair just grew out as that color. It became that color naturally. So I was kind of sick of having purple hair. Oh, hello. No. Could you not... Dude, I'm fighting someone with a fish and you're being so inconsiderate. Thank you. I'll just take that. Anyways, so it, for whatever reason, grew out naturally purple. I don't know why, but I was sick of it doing that. So I was like, "Hey, can we dye my hair differently?" And they're like, "Yeah, what do you want to do?" And I was like, "Black and red." And they were like, "Both?" I said, "Yep, we're gonna do red on the ends, and the rest of it will be black." And they're like, Are you sure? And I'm like, yes, absolutely. And so they're like, okay, well, we don't know how to do this. And they went to call a hair place near us. You're connecting from the asteroid belt. They went to call a hair place near us, and they were like, hey, do you take walk-ins? Can we get in today? He wants to dye his hair black and red. And I was like, yeah, you gotta get me in, guys. You don't understand. And they were like, yeah, no, we're booked for the next week unless you can make an appointment. And we're like, but we need to get it done today. And they're like, yeah, but you can't. And so I'm like, oh, well, that's not happening. Okay, can we at least cut it? And my family's saying, no. We'll call other places real quick. And so they like call 7 or 8 different places, and all of them are like, nope, no walk-ins. And so they're like, okay, well, we'll do it ourselves then. And I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, nope. And so we went and we got lunch first. I didn't eat because I could barely finish a Pop-Tart that morning, but all of them ate. They had a good day. Why do I have 2 fishes? My RNG is so weird. Anyways. So, oh, wait, I need to go get those kills. My kill! Wait, why are you not... No. Anyways. So, yeah, they're like, well, we'll go get the dye real quick. And so we get the dye, and they're like, now, this could either go really well or really bad. Are you aware? And I'm like, yes, absolutely aware. And so they're like, all right, well, here we go. And so they... The thing about how I was trying to do my hair is I was going to have to bleach it, too. So it was going to be a lot of work. And so we're like, why do you have so many snowballs, dude? We're like trying to figure out where to even begin. And so I'm like, well, obviously we got to start with the haircut. Because if you guys dye the ends red and then cut off the ends, then that kind of defeats the entire purpose, doesn't it? And they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I could have used my fish there. I should have used my fish there. What? But anyways, they're like, yeah, we need to cut the hair first. And so we cut it, and I'm absolutely in love with this haircut, by the way, because, yeah, this is how I'm going to cut it from now on. I'm not going to let it grow out to quite the length it was at before, because I really like this haircut, like, way too much. So, dude, I've just got more PlayStation followers. Why do I keep getting PlayStation followers? I'm not... I don't want those. Finally, dude, that guy was annoying. Anyways, so we cut it, and it's nice and short now. It hangs just below my ears, but all around as well. Okay, it looks weird, but it's like a perfect balance to me because, you know, I'm starting to think I might be a bit more non-binary. So, this is more of like a balanced haircut. It could be male or female, and I love it. So, it's like we get done with the haircut, and they're like, "Yeah, do you like it?" And I'm like, "Okay, this is amazing start. Love the haircut. I'm gonna be cutting my hair like this from now on." And they're like, "Okay, good." And so they put on the finishing touches and stuff, and I go and look at it, and it looked really nice because, you know, I still got to keep the part that I like, which allows my hair to like sit just above my eye. I don't know why I like it like that, but then it also it isn't too long around everywhere else either, so it's kind of perfect for me, at least. So anyways, we're getting like the dye and stuff ready, and I'm like, okay, so what we need to do is bleach the ends. And so they're like, okay, well, tell us how much you want bleached. And I'm like, I don't know is the thing. And so I showed them a picture of someone that I saw with a hairstyle similar to what I wanted, and I was like, not quite as much, but like the design of theirs, because the way it was in their hair, it almost looked like fire kind of growing up into the actual black of their hair, which I thought was super cool. And I was like, yeah, I want that. And so they're like, okay, so we'll do that a bit shorter because you don't have as much hair to work with, because theirs was, okay then, theirs was definitely a lot longer than mine. And so they're like, yeah, we'll just we'll just bleach like an inch. And so I'm like, yeah, that works. And so we get the bleach done, and I'm like, okay, this is good. All of that is going to be red. And when we bleached my hair, because the purplish color starts out as red, when I washed out the bleach, it ended up being red automatically. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And they were like, oh, do you want to just stop there? We don't even need to throw in more red or apply the black or anything. It looks good. And I'm like, no. I know what I want. This is not it. It's close, but it's not quite it. And so they're like, okay, fine. And so we get the black and red dye ready. And they're like, are you sure you want to apply more red? It's already pretty bright. And I was like, I've seen it. I know it's bright. It's just not quite, you know, that color that I wanted. So we get the I don't have pants, please. Alright, now I can fight. So we get the dye ready, and they're like, okay, well, we'll start out with the red stuff. And they throw the red on, and they're like, okay, this is gonna look good. It's gonna look nice and vibrant. And I'm like, yes, it's exactly what I wanted. A bright red, not this freaking purple red thing that I always have. Because, you know, the thing about me dyeing my hair is it's not because I like, I mean, it is because I like the way it looks, but it's also because it's like a controlled change. And when I can control change, I really love change. Ooh. But anyways, we're like, alright, so the red's in, it looks like it's gonna be nice and vibrant, and it's gonna be a nice color in my hair. And so I'm like, sweet, it's actually gonna show up because we bleached it. This is awesome. And so I'm getting excited now, and I'm like, this is gonna look freaking amazing when I'm done. I can't wait to show my friends and stuff. And so they throw in the black dye, and this is where things start to go downhill. They get the black dye in, and they're like, okay, it looks pretty solid, we're good. Now you just sit for 30 minutes. So I sit there for 30 minutes. We finish watching documentary, another concert documentary. But after that was over, because we only had 30 minutes left when I finished up with my dye, they were like, okay, now go ahead and go get your hair washed out. And I was like, okay. And so I go and wash out my hair. And at first I'm panicking just a little bit because as I'm washing it out, you're supposed to be able to see the color wash out of your hair. But as I was washing it out, not only did I see navy blue water instead of, you know, black water, but there was no red. And so I'm like, oh no, what if there's just not, neither of them are going to show up? What if? So anyways, I'm I'm showering and I'm trying to wash out the hair dye, and I'm like panicking because I'm like, okay, I see navy blue, that's not the color that I have, and I see 0 red. And so I'm like, is my hair gonna be navy blue? That's not what I want in life. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, no offense to blue lovers or navy blue lovers in particular, but it's not a very good hair color. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have seen much better. We're good. Anyways, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll just, you know, wait until the water runs normal color, and then we'll see what happens when I get out. So I get out the shower, and I'm looking at my head, and I'm like, it's black. Don't get me wrong, my hair is black, but there is no red. And they're like, so I go downstairs, and I'm like, well, for one, the dye stained my face, because my face was now, like, blue along the edges where my hair sits naturally. And so I'm like, okay, well, that's pretty unfortunate. But I go downstairs, and I'm like, okay, well, the dye stained my face, and I don't see any red in it. And they're like, oh, well, let us use the hairdryer real quick, and we'll see if the color shows up. And I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe it's just because my hair's wet, so it's darker. That is generally how it goes. My hair looks like before with the purple stuff. My hair looked black whenever it was wet. So, you know, it might just be, you know, it's too dark right now because my hair's wet. So I'm like, okay, we'll just go with that then. We'll use the hairdryer. And so we're using the hairdryer, and they're like, oh yeah, I can see the red. And I'm like, okay, good. They made me start panicking a lot less. And then I actually, you know, finished drying my hair, and I don't think so they were like, yeah, it's red, don't worry, it's there. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, how red? And they're like, well, I mean, it's pretty dark, but it's there. And I'm like, no. And they're like, what? And I'm like, but it was dark before. That's a little disappointing. And so they're like, oh, well, you know, next weekend we can throw in another layer of red, so that's what we're gonna have to do. But I'm like, it's just so disappointing that that's how it went, man. Like, I'm genuinely a little sad that, you know, because my hair looks good, don't get me wrong. The black showed up. It's not navy blue. The black showed up. I like the way it looks short now, but it's like the red just, it's there. It is visible. They weren't lying, but it's so dark. I don't really like it. Don't get me wrong, dark red goes great with black, but it's not the color that I wanted, right? Dude, you're gonna have to die, because you did that same thing earlier, too. Get over here. No. You don't get to live. Not after that. No. I don't know what kind of bull you're trying to pull here, but get off. Well, they didn't fall off, and now I'm stuck in a fight with this dude, which means they're probably about to come third-party me. Oh, like that guy did. Alright. And swiftness spell, because no one can ever predict it, not even me, when I'm using it. And we win. Let's go. I never doubted myself. Anyways, guys, that was another episode of Skywars. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe. What's the other? Oh, yeah, comment, share with your friends, you know, all that stuff. You should do all of it, you know, because quality outro.